So today we're going to be working with this Hot Wheels Z-Rod. As you can see, the body's shaped like the letter Z. And really we're just going to do paint change and a little polish on the motor. That's about it. I'm going to be giving this away to someone, so we need to conserve the package. So a little acetone is going to help me to open this up without damaging it too much. I'm gonna soak it a little more than usual just because I don't have the patience to wait. So let's see if it'll open here. Alrighty, there we go. Now of course we have to drill the rivets out to separate base and body. On this chassis it's fairly simple. The front rivet is metal, the rear rivet is plastic. Mainly because the rear rivet ties to the body where the front rivet is on the metal post of the engine. Now it seems the rear is loose, but the front doesn't want to just let go. So we're going to have to drill it a couple more times. Little by little. I don't like to go too far in case I blow out the post. Let's see if it'll come off here. No. And let's see. Just some white primer. We're going to use Tamiya's Lemon Yellow. Once the paint dried, I chose to take this black flame decal and we're going to place that on the top of the car. So we'll let it soak for a second. And now that the decal is ready, we'll go ahead and apply it to the roof here. Now it turned out to be just a little bit longer than the body of the car, so the tips of the flames are going to hang over the end. But I chose to just let that be as opposed to cutting them off. Thought it would look a little better. And here we're just going to remove as much water as we can and press these tips down so they get curled under the lip of the roof here. So they're setting in place pretty good. That should do it. Got the front rolled over there. Looks nice. And once the clear had dried and set for a couple days, I came back and I wanted to do some detailing on this body, something that I always thought Hot Wheels should do. But they always leave everything kind of unicolor, same as I guess it cuts down on production costs. But to me, small things like these rotors here that I'm putting a little Model Masters gunmetal on adds a little bit of realism, a little bit of depth. And it gives you something else to look at other than just yellow. So we're going to carefully try and brush this on without getting any on the body. And then we'll go back once all this is dry, and I'm going to do a little red on the calipers so that the brake calipers can match the red line on the wheels. I apologize if I'm off camera there. Sometimes when I get into what I'm doing, I forget to center into the viewfinder. So we'll get the last rotor. That looks pretty good. Now I got a little heavy on the front rotor. I'm gonna clean off the brush a little bit here. And we're gonna go back and take this Q-tip, and I'm gonna just kind of roll it over and pick up some of that excess that bled into the holes. And then we're just gonna give it a light coat over the top, just to fill it back in. And now with everything done and dried, it's pretty much time for assembly. So we'll take the body here and get it reacquainted with its base and get the motor back in. As you can see, the clear came out beautiful. The brake calipers stand out real nice. And as far as the base, I took a little bit of polish and cleaned it up a little bit, and then we did a little detail work to the inside of it so that you could see something through it. There's the white seat, white dash, and a black steering wheel. Makes it a little more visible through the window. So let's get the motor back in. And now comes my favorite part. Putting button screws in with rubber gloves on. Always a fun task. As if my fingers didn't have enough trouble trying to hold things this small. But I'd rather use the gloves during assembly so I won't ruin any of the nice paintwork done with the oils from my fingers. And during the times that I was waiting for paint to dry, I was playing around with this blue one and decided to do a wheel swap. So I put a couple coats of clear on the body just to liven up the plastic. And we put some 4x4 wheels on it. I found a couple in my stash, and the fronts are small, the big back or rear, or the rears are bigger. They actually came from two different vehicles, but the pattern matched, so it worked out. And I put a little Molotow on there, and they look real nice. I think in the future I might play around with maybe a little suspension on this, because I kind of envisioned it like a sand rail, and it sits kind of low for that, but it's actually just something I had in my head when I was building the yellow one and couldn't stop thinking about, hey, what would this look like with 4x wheels on it? So pretty cool. This the rivet, and here you have it. My 4x version of the Z-Rod still rolls pretty good. But I really do think I want to raise it up on suspension a little more. There's a good look at before and after. You got polished motor, unpolished motor, smaller tires, bigger tires. They look pretty cool though. I think we'll have to play a little more with this 4x idea. We have it back in the package. As promised, it's sealed back onto the card. It's ready to ship out. Thank you for subscribing, and if you like the build, hit a thumbs up. And don't forget to stay tuned for stash ads. So I wanted to share a few of the die casts that I've purchased recently. And we'll start with the Matchbox. Another international I found with the 50th Superfast logo on it. 50th anniversary. Also found this Unimog from Mercedes. It's a pretty cool little truck. Awesome die cast. And the 65 Land Rover that's redone from the old days. Package is a little torn, but I didn't mind that because I'm planning on playing with that one anyways. And we also found this 1961 Ford Falcon. I really dig this casting. It's awesome little pickup truck car, whatever you want to call it. And I found this 5-pack which happened to have a gold 50th Superfast, 50th anniversary Superfast Chevy van. Nice little Rabbit Golf. Part of the Service Squad pack. That's it for Matchbox, and now on to the Hot Wheels. We got this 2010 GT500 Shelby Super Snake, which I can't wait to rip that one out and customize a little paint on it. That'd be an awesome build. Also picked up this Barbie Corvette. And I picked this one up because I figure, years from now this will be a collectible. This one I just picked up because I like the wheels. So we're gonna raid that one for its parts. And we came across a jerry-rigged 1964 Nova wagon gasser. Wish I could have got a second one, but there was only one. Also found this 55 Bel Air gasser, which again I wish I could have picked up a second one, but I guess I'm just lucky enough I found one. It's got a little damage on the roof, so I think we might redo the paintwork on this one maybe. I don't know. Also found this Star Wars Unimog. And these are cool. I like these for the build. I don't really care for the Star Wars print they put on these. I mean, they just grab a generic car and just throw, a bunch of artwork on it and hike up the price. But we'll go ahead and customize that one. Also found this Ekman Skyline van, which I think is awesome die-cast car here, but unfortunately guys, the X-Men's gotta go. We're gonna make that a cool little custom later on. I love the X-Men, don't get me wrong, but I'm a fan of the Batman. So I found this Justice League metal body, metal chassis, Real Rider Batmobile. And I also found these Hot Wheel IDs. Pretty awesome little casting. Although I don't plan on scanning these and doing much with them other than collect them. But again, great box. I love the packaging. And I found this other one, which these lids are pretty cool. They have little magnets in them. Kind of helps it stay closed. But awesome little finds. And that's about it. Thank you for staying tuned and watching this last bit.